we're going to be playing more Hypixel Skyblock like this. Yay, Ironman. I did a little bit of off-camera grinding, which sounds a bit stupid, but it's going to make a big difference, and it's going to make this much more enjoyable for you guys as well. Basically, Diana is Mare. This is important, because if, as most of you know, Diana brings the mythological ritual event, aka the most overpowered early game event, because you can buy the griffin pet. We're going to go and buy a griffin pet. Do we have enough money? I'm not sure. The reason I want the griffin pet is it's actually one of the best combat pets in the game if you can get it to... Even uncommon is really good. How many... So first we always want to see how much collection. So we're so close to Hardened Diamond. It might be worth actually keeping our start, because we are going to get Hardened Diamond. That's our next set. Yes, this is going to... So Hardened Diamond is going to be our next set. So that's going to come immediately after what we've got now. Oh yeah, by the way, I changed this so there's fierce on all of it. Now, you might be wondering, why have you done that? Well, it really increases our damage, so now we've got 68 crit chance, which is actually quite good. So now we're on 21k. We need 25,000 coins for the griffin pet. Don't worry, we can just get 4,000 coins by selling that. And now we can go and get the griffin pet. Now, the other thing about the griffin pet is you can upgrade it if you grind a lot. But you don't need to spend coins on it. You just need to, I don't know, do it. So if you go and talk to Mayor Diana here, you can see that she's selling the griffin pet. Now you can see the level 100 griffin has insane damage and strength. But we're not going to go for the ancestral spade. We're just going to go and get that griffin. So the reason we've picked the griffin is it's one of the best combat pets. So it's so much better than the Grandma Wolf pet. The Grandma Wolf pet is good for combos, and that's it. It's not a pet that you have in your inventory. I mean, it is a pet that you just have it in your pet menu. You don't even need it equipped. You want to equip the griffin pet. So now that we've got our griffin pet equipped, we can... You know, it might be worth going and reforging... If we can afford it, trying to get a slightly better reforge on my Raider Axe, because at the moment we've got Legendary, we can't afford it, which is not a bad thing. We don't want to get a worse reforge on it, and we definitely don't want to get a worse reforge on it. That's a big problem. So, is one-tapping Crypt Ghouls. Now, why is that such a big part in progression, you might ask? Well, it just turns out that Crypt Ghouls give a ton of XP. If I really wanted to, I can go and one-tap Ice Walkers right now with a pickaxe. But the thing is, I mean, there's more XP, but it's more contested. We're going to need to one-tap Crypt Ghouls at some point, because, like, if we don't, we won't be able to one-tap Zealots, and that's so important. But there's also the question of what armor set do I pick? Now, I want Hardened Diamond, but that's for defensive purposes. That's not really for offensive purposes. We're going to need an armor set that has high damage. So I thought, why don't we try and get ourselves... Why don't we try and get ourselves Tarantula armor? And if you're wondering how you get Tarantula armor, it's quite simple. Tarantula Slayer. There's one slight problem with that. We haven't done any Slayers. So, this video is going to be centered around us doing Slayers and working towards Tarantula armor. Now, why specifically Tarantula armor and not, like, Revenant armor? Because Revenant armor is a thing, and I mean, it's totally fine. It's completely fine. But it's just nowhere near the level of Tarantula armor. Tarantula armor is on a different level. So, another thing we want to get is this. The Wand of Healing. No, but seriously, you might be wondering why. And there's a reason. The other armor sets are just bad. And not just, like, bad. Like, awful. Mastiff armor is the only one that really has any use. I mean, Final Destination armor is insane. Revenant armor is a bit meh. You can only really use it on tier 5s. It's not that good early game. But Tarantula armor is so good. It's probably the most relevant of the armors. It's like, because it's so good, in fact, that 2 of the pieces of the armor are used, or at least 1 of the pieces of the armor are almost always used over Necron. Necron! And that just so happens to be the helmet. Now you're gonna see why the helmet is so overpowered. There just so happens to be an ability that can be, that if you have decent strength, and when I say decent, I mean 1,000 strength, so that's more than decent. You can it just so happens that you can, you know, get a very, very casual 100 crit damage. It's insane. It's so overpowered, and that's just from the ability. The actual armor piece gives more crit damage. So here's the Slayer, and we one-tapped it. We got 1 piece of. Now, of course, it gets so much harder. Now, another thing is, dungeons are back. Great and terrible for me. Number 1, they might go down. They're great because A, it means that I can speedrun to dungeons. B, I'm not ready. But why it's bad? I'm not ready for dungeons. In no way am I ready for dungeons. So we really need. So Revenant Horror 1 is very simple. Revenant Horror 2 is hard. So what we're gonna need to do is work on get one-tapping crit rules, and that will get us to dungeons quickly. The only problem is, dungeons hard. It's very basic enchantments. We really need to improve on that. So the best way to get some decent XP levels is going down into the deep caverns and doing some fighting. We need to. Hi. I'm in the middle of a YouTube video and you just said hi. I'm gonna be opening up the editing software, I can tell. Called.
Raise your hand if you know what Northwind is.
That's well, I mean, it's like it's the Hypixel Skyblock people who are watching this. I don't think any of them actually really play Roblox. Basically, it's a game on Roblox where you simulate colonization.
Yeah.
Alright, I think. So I'm gonna stop recording for now and then finish off the video later. But welcome back, guys. What happened at the end was funny. Then he just went hi, and it was quite funny. Anyway, the season of Jerry ended and we didn't do anything, but it's fine. It's fine. Because now we're gonna work towards our next goal, which is getting more enchants on my Raider Axe. The minor armor. You can't really. It's much harder to get it to. Sorry, you can get 200. It's much harder to get 300 damage using an undead sword. Another thing is, we need to get more kills on this for the purposes of getting it more maxed. So we're going to need to get some oak minions laid out. Now, because I don't. Ooh, that was close. That was close. Right now, we just need to put grow. Wait, how much is prop? 27. That's going to cost 27 levels to put. Go to hub and buy back my diamonds, I guess. And then we'll use PRTL hub or we just use PRTL and yeah. that's it. And then we can start enchanting this thing. There we go. And crit damage, 2.5 times. That's decent as well. And we've got 75% crit chance. If we get a crit potion, we could get 100 crit chance. That is insane. That's actually insane. That's actually really... And I got Crimson Isle, mostly from Bestiary. I'm not even joking when I say that eventually you can get 2 million experience every 2 levels, which means 1 million experience every level. By the time it's the next episode, I will get some minions set up with wood. So, and then by the time it's the next episode, I'll get both critical and giant killer on my raider axe. So by the time we get to the next episode, we can have a look at if we can one-tap criticals then. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Yeah, not really much else I can say.